come in a five-star hotel.
A little minor detail that you seem to have missed out is the fact that the Shiv Sena moved to disqualify only 16 MLAs. Only 16 MLAs and not the 39 who had gone away. Under what intelligence, I don't know. Number one. 1 minute, hold on.
I'll reply on that.
Half-truths can be misleading. So let me complete, let me add to your speaker argument, let me add the MLA argument. The disqualification of the 16 MLAs has not been allowed by the Supreme Court. And the time that was given till today evening 5:30 has also been found insufficient by the Supreme Court and has been extended to 12th of July evening. So my friend, when you begin to become very pious and talk about oh inke paas number hote to they would have passed the resolution to remove the speaker, then agar aapne law theek se padha hota to aap bhi MLAs ki disqualification थोड़ा रुक के सोच के समझ के तब मूव करते, because that is what the Supreme Court has found today. Now hold on, Anand Ranganathan, I'm coming back to you. Debate अभी शुरू हुई है. We're all around. Anand Ranganathan, according to Tehseen Poonawala's argument, massages are illegal, but having fewer numbers in the house is legal. is legal. That's the nuts and bolts of the argument that he presented. Where do you stand on that argument?
Good evening, Navika, and good evening to my fellow esteemed panelists. I am willing to give free of cost a head massage to Tehseen if it makes him improve his logical capabilities. But I'm afraid it's not going to do any harm. There are two issues here, and both are very serious. Number one, Tehseen is an activist. I have seen him. Tehseen, please. I have never been a big boss contestant, so I do not know what other messages there are. But please, I'm talking of a very serious matter.
Which is what I was asking you for.
And I want to involve you as well, because it's a very serious matter. Tehseen, you are now, Navika.
Yes, I'm lowering his fader. I'm lowering his fader. Anand Ranganathan, go on.
Yes, Navika, I wanted to draw a parallel between what Tehseen said, which unfortunately, I hope you wouldn't mind my saying so, I found extremely egregious. His making light-hearted comments on something which is a very serious matter, because I want to bring him now. He has led, possibly still does, leads a life of an activist. I have seen him getting arrested, being pulled up from a police van. I think it was a case of onion price rise or something like that. I want to ask him, has Tehseen ever been manhandled, brutalized, his family targeted, his home and his offices vandalized, threats given to Tehseen that he is going to return back as a corpse? Has that ever happened to Tehseen? So when Tehseen says that those MLAs out there who are in hiding, admittedly, yes, and I was the first one to criticize them. But today in the Supreme Court, the lawyer for them has self-said, the threat, my lord, is real. Shiv Sena is threatening them of, they will come back as corpses. On what condition will they come back and hold, a floor test, or be in a condition to hold a floor test? Tehseen is an activist, he should know this. Is he not seeing the videos and the horrible visuals of their families, their businesses, their offices being targeted, of those horrible vicious comments being made against them? So, two things here. Number one, while I do agree that this kind of circus has gone on for too long, and there are esteemed lawyers on this panel who would be able to elucidate that much more, there has to be a floor test. It has to go back to being normal, Maharashtra Assembly. But how can you hold a floor test when such egregious threats are being given, and people like my good friend Tehseen are normalizing this kind of violence and threats of violence? I'm sorry, Navika, this is unacceptable.
Absolutely. And Deepak Keshrekar was with me just a few minutes ago and talking about the fact how his family, how he was being intimidated, how his car was surrounded by 150, 200 people, and how, literally threats were pouring down apart from bad language. But that apart,